Hi, this is Kristy with Guidepost Wellness, and today's topic for the ABCs of Wellness is one of my absolute favorites. I think it's an absolute fundamental. I would have talked about it sooner, but it starts with G, so I had to wait until I got to the G's to talk about it. But you're going to find that I'm going to hit on this topic quite a bit. And what is that topic? It is gratitude, the attitude of gratitude. It really is an empowering and powerful emotion. But it's something that I've found that as I've gotten older, it's not something that's really taught. It's not taught in schools necessarily. I mean, we may be taught manners and, to say thank you and things like that. But I've just observed a lot of families and people in my own life and have recognized that it takes cultivation and it takes practice to learn how to be a grateful person all the time, not just on Thanksgiving Day or not just when something happens that you overtly say thank you to somebody, but it's something that it is a state of mind and an outlook, and it can take some cultivation. And I love the word gratitude comes from Latin for gratia, which means grace or graciousness or gratefulness. And I think those are just, when we talked about the power of words in one of my other videos, this word gratitude is just a really calming, peaceful, but yet powerful word to me anyway. I really like the way it makes me feel when I do things that are gracious to other people and when I remember to be grateful for the things that I have. What's amazing is that there are a lot of studies out there. I'm going to put some links to a few articles and some of the studies below about the actual physiological and emotional benefits of being grateful. And one of the things that they've found is by doing scans of the brain when people were actually doing different gratitude exercises, they found that the hypothalamus, which is absolutely critical to so many different functions in the brain, that whenever you did something that showed graciousness or felt gratitude, that it flooded your brain with dopamine and made you feel good about being grateful. So then it caused your brain to want more of that. So you have that cycle of the more grateful you are, the more grateful your brain is going to want to be because it makes you feel so good with that flood of dopamine. So it's actually one of the things that you can learn how to do based on the neurological and neurochemical feedback that you're going to have. And studies have shown that it actually changes the molecular structure of the brain. Until a few years ago, many of you may have heard, you kill a brain cell, it's gone, it's never replaced. You can't change or rewire your brain and things like that. And they have found that that is not true at all. There's something called neuroplasticity that has really become very powerful, and epigenetics, which is also how your thoughts can change your body and the genes and turn on different genes in your body. And so how powerful is that to realize that how you think can actually affect your body? And I think in a lot of ways we're seeing the effects of the negative, of not being grateful, of worrying and stress and mental duress and things of that nature. So why not take that and harness the things about the positivity and being grateful? Because there have been shown improvements that being grateful helps improve relationships overall, just by that being courteous and thankful to your partner. You're more inclined to be more physical when you're grateful because, again, you get that dopamine release. You've got that energy and that feel good. So then you're more inclined to actually exercise. So that's something when I look at habit stacking, that might be a good one to think about doing as a gratitude exercise that would get you motivated before you exercise. So it's something to think about there. But it can reduce toxic emotions. And it's really interesting. I found a study somewhere, and I want to try to find it again, that actually talked about how you can't be grateful and angry at the same time. It's almost like physiologically impossible for the brain to do those two activities. So by being grateful, it literally shifts you out of that stressful mind frame, and it changes your brain by causing the hypothalamus to release the dopamine. So Robert Emmons is one of the premier experts that has done a lot of research on gratitude, and he's done studies where people have been doing gratitude exercises or have been doing exercises more when they focus on their negative things. Sometimes that can be helpful to get it out of your system, but in that exercise, they literally just wrote down their pet peeves and bad things that happen to them all the time. And then you had your group that, didn't do any of those factors. And they found that the folks that were exhibiting gratitude, doing some type of deliberate gratitude exercise every day, they were more physically fit, they were more active, and they tested everything from how well they slept, even saw improvements in their cholesterol levels and other inflammatory markers in the body, because as I've mentioned before, and I'm going to do an entire series on stress and the impacts on the body, but mental and emotional stress affect us physiologically and cause inflammation, and then that inflammation over a long-term period of time can turn into some type of disease state. So gratitude is so powerful. So how do you get into the habit of doing it? And again, I love to use habit stacking and do something that you do every single day. And I like to use the examples of brushing my teeth or taking a shower, because those are time periods where you're doing something kind of mindless, and you're doing something that allows you to use your brain while maybe you're brushing your teeth and you're doing a physical activity at the same time, one that's already become rote. So that's a good way to start doing it. I like to do gratitude in the shower, because it's a little bit, takes me a little longer to take a shower than to brush my teeth. And then that gives me a little bit more time. And sometimes, especially when you're first starting out, well, what am I grateful for? And you may find that you're grateful for the same people and things every day, and that's okay. Some days you just may not be in the mood to be grateful, so you work on trying to become grateful. Why I like taking a shower is because I love taking a hot shower. So then I can just literally start out by saying, I am so grateful for this hot shower. I've gone without a water heater for a period of time before and have taken extended cold showers, and that's not something that I enjoy doing. So I am grateful for having the hot water. And just grateful for how it feels, how it loosens up the tension in your shoulders. Grateful to have that time. And then that just kind of oils the wheels, so to say, of defining things that you're grateful for. Gratitude journals, writing it down can be a really good way to do it. We'll talk more about this in the future, and in my formal program that I'm putting together, ABC's Wellness. I'll have some more exercises with that. But I think that gratitude is one of the simplest things to start with, to find things that you're grateful for. Today I'm grateful for the weather outside. It's a little warmer than usual, so it kind of gives me a hint of springtime. I'm grateful for this facility that I can use and come to do my videos. I'm grateful for this. A friend gave me this beautiful stone, Amazonite, for me to practice learning how to do wire wrapping. I'm so grateful for my friend for that. I'm grateful for this beautiful stone because it actually has a wonderful feel and it fits into my fingers and it makes me feel really good. I'm grateful for just my ability to do these videos for you guys. And that's a big deal for me because it's took me a while to get over my fear and my self-consciousness to do videos. So I'm very grateful how far I've come doing a couple of videos every single week. So I would love to hear from you with ideas and suggestions of how to get started in doing gratitude exercises. And if you have a special journal that you like or certain techniques that you find are helpful to get people started, I'd love to hear about that. Please share them down below. And like I mentioned, I'm going to put a couple of links that I found on the health benefits of gratitude. I found a Harvard Health study, an article in Psychology Today, so I'll put those down there as well. So I would love to hear from you. Please share this because I think gratitude is an amazing, amazing thing for people to share. So thank people, thank yourself, find things to be grateful for in your life. Go out there and be grateful. Have a great day.